What is up and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages, animals and aliens from worldwide. Welcome to a brand new series called Bloodshed. This is a showdown between two objects of my choice. Today, PCs and consoles will be once again in a fight. Okay, he moves, he hits, oh, and the PC hits the console with the cheap games. Yes, PC gamers have the option to buy cheap digital download games rather than the console players that have to go to the store and buy a used game and risk the chance of the game not working or the lifespan of that game not lasting as much as the PC digital download can last forever. Oh, the consoles came back with a punch to the face with the shareable experience, son. Take that, PC gamers, right? As a shareable experience, I mean, by that, you know, you can just play consoles with anybody. You can just plug in another controller and play split screen, or you can play quad screen. It's just a very family friendly Xbox or PS4 or whatever the console may be. It's a console and you can usually play with multiple people rather than the PC, where I've never heard of anybody else saying, hey bro, let me plug in my keyboard so we can play split screen. I've never heard of that. So okay, so the PC gets back up on its knees, it gets back, it's on its feet, and oh, the mods, guys, the mods is what makes a game funner. Funner's not a word, but I'm gonna use it as a word, because usually games on console, after you're done with the campaign or whatnot, or multiplayer, you're done. There's no more expansion of the game. Meanwhile, you can download mods that have expansion packs on them, or just fun mods you can play with the game. I know some console games do allow mods, but it's not a variety of them that allow that. Usually you have to play on PC versions of those games to enable the mods. Alright, so the console just wipes away the blood and whammy to the PC, and it hits it with the longer lifespan. The longer lifespan of a console is much longer than the PC. A PC won't last you as long because usually PCs are kept under a table or on a table and they just get all dusty and they just start falling apart. The parts aren't as well, you have to update the parts and yada yada yada, right? But the consoles, you can leave that literally under your desk, under a bed, in your dungeon, what have you, and have it dust up and still have it working after years and years of wear and tear. I don't think it'd have to come to this, but the PC just pulls out a knife and ooh, gets stabbed with the parts. Gets stabbed with the GTX 960, bruh. Alright, so let's start talking about parts. The PC is very flexible when it comes to parts. If you're on a budget, you can game on a budget. If you're not on the budget, you can game way up there. It really is very flexible to whoever is building a computer or is looking into purchasing one. Meanwhile, the consoles, on the other hand, you know, you're kind of stuck with what you got. Everybody has the same parts, everybody has the same hardware, there's not really a big of a difference there, and the PC, at least you get to choose if you want lower performance for a cheaper price tag rather than consoles that are just, you know, set at a single price, to where at PC, if you want to spend a little bit more for more performance, you can do that. You can't buy an Xbox 360 with extra performance on it. It's impossible. Alright, when you think the consoles are getting roasted, whammy, there you go. Even playing field, son. I know PC gamers have a very expansive variety of parts. You can upgrade to higher tier parts and you can game way better than other people, but with that comes with a cost. PC gamers are always facing other players with better hardware, better mice, and better keyboards. Meanwhile, the consoles, on the other hand, have an even playing field. Everybody has the same Xbox, the same PS4, the same Wii U, the same hardware. No one has the upper hand. Even those players that have modded controllers or control freaks are still limited to this performance that their console can output. Okay, so the PC is like, you want to talk performance? Let's talk performance, people. Let's talk performance. PCs have, without a doubt, the best performance out there in the market, out there in just anywhere you look around. The PC will win. There is not a single console out there that I've heard of that will outbeat a PC. Even lower tier $350 builds PCs, even those can outbeat an Xbox, a PS4, a Wii U, what have you, right? That is because of the parts and the stuff you can buy, which again, going back to the part debate, you can buy higher tier parts that give you more performance. You can buy a better graphics card, you can buy a better GPU, CPU, I think GPU and graphics card are the same thing, whatever, but you can improve your setup rather than the consoles that are stuck on that same performance. If you want to see like pimples and stuff on characters, you can't, because your console can't render pimples. They just can't. Meanwhile, PC can render pimple hair, pimples, hair, nose stuff, just all these textures and stuff. It can just render them easily without a doubt. Meanwhile, consoles are just kind of left behind in the 720p, maybe, you know, occasionally the 1080p 60 FPS game, right? Here we go, we're gonna give the consoles one more shot to come back with shareable games. Shareable games are the pinnacle of console gaming, because how about maybe one day you just ask your friend that bought the latest copy of Black Ops 3 and you want to try it out before you buy it and waste your money? Well, you're like, hey bro, let me borrow the CD for a little bit, just for a couple of days, and I'll return it back to you, right? And you can try out the game before you buy it. Or you can just, in general, just share games, sell games and stuff like that. You don't have to digitally send or email a game to somebody, let them have it forever or whatnot, but what I mean is that you can share these games. You can't share a digital version of a game, because you can share it, but it's not the same experience, because you can physically hand over a disc and have someone else try it for a couple of days and receive your disc back and keep playing it. Meanwhile, PC gamers cannot just digitally send another game to his friend or to her friend or whatever and expect to get the game back. You just can't do that. Now, at the end of the day, both of these PCs and consoles have their ins and outs, so it is up to you to choose what side you're on. So leave a comment down below and tell me, what side are you on? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. And make sure to leave a comment down below if you think I'm a good editor person. Okay, whatever, bye. Thanks for watching.